Okay, pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made whether perceived or unperceived by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Madam Clerk, would you like to take roll call?
Sure. Officer Barbosa,
Present.
Sergeant Dolan,
Present.
Natalie Mello,
Present.
and Helen Rigo.
Present.
A motion to approve the minutes of last meeting.
Motion to approve.
Seconded. Anyone against? Okay, the motion carries. We'll start out with the public input. Does anybody present wish to have any public input unrelated to what we're here for the handicap and curb cuts? But does anybody have any traffic concerns? Okay. No public input. Okay, we're going to handle the curb cut request first. Number one is Pat Mayall at 257 Rathgar Street. Not present. Okay, the driveway request is 257 Rathgar Street. Existing driveway is 12 feet. The proposed driveway access is 8 feet. Existing to be replaced is 0 feet, so the total driveway access is 20 feet.
That's a lot. It's approved, so by the engineer.
Yeah, but according to the notes, the proposed work improves access to the property and does not cause a significant adverse effect on on-street parking in that area.
Motion to approve. Second.
Anyone opposed? Okay, that motion carries. The next curb cut request is 115 Earl Street, Anthony De Silva. Not present. The existing driveway, it's the same as the other one actually. Existing driveway of 12 feet, proposed driveway access of 8. Existing to be replaced of 0, total driveway access of 20 feet. The note on the letter here from the engineering division, 115 Earl Street has an existing 12-foot driveway opening on the north side of the property facing Earl Street. The property owner would like to extend the driveway 8 feet to the east to improve off-street parking access and provide an additional off-street parking space. The proposed work improves access to the property and does not cause a significant adverse effect on on-street parking in that area. Engineering has no objections to this request.
Motion to approve.
Seconded. Anyone opposed? Okay, that motion carries. (2809) Highland Avenue, Walid Asi,
Engineer, please.
also not present. Existing driveway of 10 feet, proposed driveway access of 12 feet. Existing to be replaced is 0, total driveway access of 22 feet. 2809 Highland Avenue has an existing 10-foot driveway opening on the west side of the property facing Highland Avenue. The property owner would like to widen the driveway to 12 feet to improve off-street parking access. Curb will be removed south of the existing driveway, removal not to impact the existing utility pole, and north of the driveway not to extend beyond the property line. The proposed work improves access to the property and does not cause a significant adverse effect to on-street parking in the area. Engineering has no objection to this request.
Motion to approve.
Seconded. Anyone opposed? That motion also carries. That Earl Street one, I'm looking back now, it looks like it says location of property is 763 Oak Grove Avenue. There's no mention of that on this engineering division letter. It's all about Earl Street.
They must have. Where is it, where you see Earl?
on the letter from engineering and on our
On the
schedule
Highland
sheet
Avenue
here.
one?
Nope, Earl Street,
Oh, Earl.
115 Earl.
Okay.
The owner lives at 115 Earl, everything's mentioned as 115 Earl here. However, on our agenda, location of property, 763 Oak Grove Avenue.
That could be an error on our part. That could be with, my clerk just took down the wrong. Yeah,
All right, just to be sure then, we're making sure that that motion that we carried is for 115 Earl Street, it's not for 763 Oak Grove
Picture of this
Avenue.
place has got a garage.
Are you looking on Earl Street for the curb cut?
115 Earl.
yeah, this is Earl. The address is right on top.
All I'm saying is that, just so we know that, the agenda shows 763 Oak Grove Avenue, but I want to make sure that we're only approving 115 Earl.
Right, but Helen, it could be this right here, he's enlarging.
Mine would be the other side.
To be the other
Mine
side.
doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
No, Oak Grove Avenue is
there's
only
no-
on the
It's only on the
agenda.
agenda, and that could be just a typo.
All right, I just want to make sure this way, because I have no idea what's going on at 763 Oak Grove Avenue.
So, you're in question of that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, we're going to move on now to the application for handicap parking spaces. And the first one I have is Mary Bird at 524 Durfee Street, right here in front.
I could stand over there.
No, you can
You
say
can
that.
sit right there, Ms. Bird. I went by Ms. Bird's house. She is the property owner, and she has a driveway. She has off-street parking available to her. She just says that being unable to walk up the stairs and hill, there's already a handicap spot there. The tenant moved away already though, and she wants to park in the handicap spot. I'm only here, of course, to offer my advice, but I went by the house, she has off-street parking. Yeah, the driveway is her off-street parking, so I don't see where we could approve handicap parking spot for her.
Well, if we let it go for one, we have to let it go for everybody, so
Which we don't let
we
go.
can't.
Right. Do you understand, Ms. Bird? You have off-street parking. These signs are designed for people that don't have that available to them, where the city will install a sign, but you're the property owner and you have your own driveway.
Yeah, but I can't walk up that hill, the Cedar Street hill. I can't walk up the hill or the stairs, it hurts a lot.
I understand that, but you own the property and you have your own driveway. You can make improvements to your property so that you can access your door or something easier.
Okay, I see
But
what
the
you
city,
Okay,
the city won't, I mean, I guess if they vote, they will, but I'm advising that they don't approve a handicap parking space to someone that has their own driveway.
Motion to deny.
Second, anyone opposed to denying the motion?
Motion to deny.
Okay, that motion is denied.
good luck. I guess I gotta leave.
Do you want to do the speech about the handicap?
So we want to do it the first approval?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, the second is Patricia Machado Tavares, right here in front, 135 Arizona Street. Have you moved there yet?
The 1st of May.
All right. I went by there, that's a single-family house, so are you the only tenant inside this single-family house?
Yes, I can't use the 2nd floor, so the landlord has a business. He's using it for an office. So this is just the 1st floor for
Okay,
now.
I just wanted, because I noticed even on the tax assessor, it's listed as a single-family, but you said the landlord has the garage and the driveway to
Well, I told him I
himself.
couldn't make up the stairs because it
All
goes
right,
straight up.
just, it threw me for a loop that it was a single-family house with a driveway.
Right.
And she has moved in, I know when she made the application, she hadn't. So, based on the fact that she's the tenant in the single-family home, I didn't see any issue with approving her. There's room on the street for her as well.
Motion to approve.
Seconded.
Anyone opposed to approving it? Okay, that motion carries. Now we'll take the opportunity to let you know that anybody here too that's gonna get a handicap sign in front of your house, those signs are not necessarily specifically your parking place. It happens very rarely, but on occasion, someone may come to visit one of your neighbors and they may have a handicap placard. They are welcome to park, unfortunately, in your spot. So we get, every once in a while as the police, we'll get a call, there's someone parked in my spot, they have a placard, but it's my spot, it's not really your spot. It's very rare that it happens, but just so you know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then the process to get your poles and signs, what happens is it's approved here at the traffic board meeting. Once all the applications that are approved, the maintenance crew will go out and measure the measurements as close as possible to the entrance that you exit and enter. Once those measurements are done, they go down to city council. It's heard at full council, referred to ordinance, and then it's done by emergency preempt to the next council meeting. So we're talking about anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks before you see the poles, okay?
You're all set, ma'am. Okay, the next one is Mary Isabelle Machado, 930 Plymouth Avenue. Okay? Nope, you can sit right there. I went by this property too. A unique situation, she is the homeowner, but there actually is no driveway or off-street parking there.
There is, sir, there is.
For you?
There is. It's my property, there is room for cars. The problem that I have is I've been there, Sunday will be 40 years I got married. Been there for 40 years. The problem that I'm having is the back of the driveway is all the doctor's locked. The front, there is a bus stop. You can't park in the front of the house. I do have parking spaces. I have one son that gets home, paramedic, gets home 2 o'clock in the morning, has to park on Buffington Street, if I'm parked in the driveway. He has to go like 3 to 4 houses over. And he's paying me rent for the parking space. I've been parking outside of the driveway. I'm just afraid that across the street, the funeral home is gonna have a business. They're kicking out all the secretaries and everybody that is parking in his lot right now, because that's gonna be a house. And there's actually 7 cars in my 3-family.
All right, I'm looking at the
If I
picture.
put my car in the driveway, my husband tries to park behind me, I can't get into his Jeep.
I'm looking at
So,
the picture of your property. Where is your driveway then?
right.
Is it on Plymouth Avenue?
Street.
Right behind the,
Niagara Street.
on Niagara
Oh, I
Street.
thought that was
On
access
Niagara
to the
Street.
doctor's
That's,
office.
it's where the doctor's lot is, where the doctor's lot is. Right, where the doctor's lot is, there is parking space there.
Right,
All right, see, I thought that was all
Because there
the
are 7
doctor's office.
vehicles. If I go drop my girls at school, I come back, there is no parking space. The other thing is, my mother-in-law is 87 years old. She's also eligible for the handicap. So I wanted to, especially for her, when I come back from dropping off my grandchildren, I have no parking space. And I'm afraid once that becomes a business across the street, I will never be able to find a parking space.
The other problem as well, the house that's being fixed right now is going to be a business.
Correct.
It's already been approved that the bottom of Niagara is going to become a 2-way. So there's going to be no parking on either side of the bottom of Niagara.
So again, I won't have
Dementia,
parking.
you know what
I
it
can't
is?
go in the front of the house. Plymouth Avenue, forget it. It's full, and besides being
How many cars
I was unaware she, that's it. I thought that was the
It's
doctor's
3
office
cars.
driveway. Then
3
she
cars
has a
can fit
driveway.
there.
Right.
Then
With
she
no
can park
problem.
there.
Sometimes I try to even, try
And
to
you're
get
the
another
owner,
behind it.
and
I
you're
am.
the owner of the
I am.
property.
But behind that is the swimming pool, so I can't really throw the swimming pool out. And for 40 years, I've had no problem. I park on Niagara Street, absolutely no problem. And now with my mother-in-law also needing a placard, this is the reason why I wanted
Well,
to
but
be
the
able
app-
to be parked on
But
Niagara.
the application is regarding you.
Correct.
So the
correct.
issue is
Yes,
about you,
because she
not
doesn't,
you.
right, she's not driving
Okay.
any longer, she's 87.
The issue is though, then ma'am, you have the same problem as the other woman. You own the
I
property
totally
and you have a
understand.
driveway.
I totally understand.
As the property owner, you can actually have yourself have exclusive parking rights to the driveway.
Correct, but I'm using that for rent because I need the extra income. My husband lost his job, I'm financially struggling, I'm not even able to pay, I've been going to food pantry, but that's help. I have no income, and they're helping.
I understand,
So if I kick them out, I'm gonna lose that other income. That
well, it's a catch-22, but unfortunately, we have to be virtually black and white here. And because you're the property owner and you have a driveway, I have to
But is
recommend
that
that it
something
doesn't
new?
get approved.
Because I mean, I come up Foster Street, I know there's a driveway, a garage,
Well,
and
they're tenants. See, there's a difference between a homeowner and a tenant. A tenant, landlords don't let them use the garage or the driveway, so they do have a letter stating, my landlord doesn't
I
let
know,
me use it.
I know, it's a single family that has a garage on Foster and a driveway in front of the garage, and they have a placket. Across the street, the owner has one parking space, and she has a placket outside, and I see others. But I understand, Tony, you can't do it, I understand, but I figured I would try. I would try,
Well,
anyways.
and if we're not allowing, my recommendation is that it gets denied. So then Niagara
That's
becoming
okay.
no parking would be moot anyway, as far as this is concerned.
Niagara's gonna be a two-way, Maura?
The
Yeah,
bottom
right up to the
question,
White House, Melanson's house, yeah, right up to there.
it's already been approved.
It's been approved, yes, it has been
And
approved.
that one, I wasn't even aware of. Oh, I was, because you had mentioned to me, but no one ever told me. And I live on property on the corner of Niagara and Plymouth, and no one told me. You had mentioned something about them, talking
Yeah.
about it, but no one else ever told me that it is gonna go through, which is okay. Instead of me driving all the way down Warren, Foster, and back up, I'm right there. The thing is, I have no parking space.
Just
When I
to
come
show,
back,
how
I
many
have no-
parking spaces do you have behind your house right now?
Three,
There's three?
and I
And
have
that's-
6 drivers.
And that's your property,
Correct.
driveway is yours?
Correct,
And there's
correct.
only 3 vehicles in that? It's big enough for 3 vehicles, that's it?
We try to push, sometimes like my son and my daughter will park behind each other, and I'm just waiting for someone to come by and give them a ticket. And like I said, if my husband comes after me, puts the car, this truck behind me, this Jeep, I can't get in it. Even with the stepladder, I can't get in, I need it. So I always park outside. It's just, and with my mother-in-law and stuff, going to the docks and everything with her, I need the vehicle. Sometimes I park as far as Buffington. I do, I have no choice. Because Plymouth Avenue, right in front of the house is a bus stop. You can't park there. Then right down the street, there's 2 houses, all 6 families. So the cars are parked on Plymouth Avenue. On the other side is all houses as well. And I'm just so afraid that as soon as there's like at least 6 to 8 girls working in the doctor's lot every day, they are using the parking space across the street. They're also gonna have to find a place on Plymouth Avenue somewhere. They're not gonna have a place. I don't know, maybe I will have to get rid of, have to tell my son to move elsewhere. And again, I hate to do that to him, especially because when he works 24-hour shift, and he comes home and he's gonna park 3
Right,
blocks
He's
away.
younger than you,
Yes,
though.
yes,
You know,
he
the
is.
problem
You're just
is
being
he's
the
younger
mother
than
of
you,
us,
yeah.
but
Yes.
unfortunately, you know the
Exactly.
answer.
Exactly. Okay, so I totally understand.
Okay, so, is there a
Thank you for
motion
being
to
honest.
deny?
Yeah,
I am
that's what you're both for being honest.
And like I said, I want, especially because my mother-in-law's with me, or she needs to come with me, I gotta drive somewhere, I gotta walk wherever to pick her up. But that's fine, I understand.
Okay, is there a motion to deny?
Motion to deny.
Anyone wish to approve this?
Need a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion carries that it's denied.
Thank you.
Sorry, ma'am.
I understand.
Okay, Diane Capaceris, 136 Baker Street, she's here. I went by there, 136 Baker is tough, there's actually no driveway at all there. And there is room in front of the house for a handicap spot.
Motion to accept.
Got a motion to accept?
Motion to approve.
I guess that's the second. Is there anyone opposed? Okay, the motion carries, 136 Baker Street, to approve the handicap parking sign.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, we're on a roll. Kathleen Banuelos, 82 Manton Street. Kathleen Banuelos, 82 Manton. Not present.
Table. Second.
Okay, the motion to table carries.
Is that the second?
82 Manton Street.
So who made a motion?
I did.
Ellen made the motion.
Who seconded it?
Natalie?
My nose is frozen.
I'm finally cooling off. Edgardo Ostalaza, 694 King Philip Street, up there in the back. Oh, here's another one where I get to be the bad guy.
It's okay.
The applicant does not drive, and I read the lengthy note where trash barrels and such would be an issue for him. However, he doesn't drive, he doesn't have a car, he's looking to reserve a handicap spot in front of his house for pickups. If you recall, we had the similar scenario for Stetson Street where they wanted the handicap spot for the ambulance to pick their mom up,
Yeah.
and we denied that one. This is, to me, this is the same exact situation, unfortunately. We can't just reserve a handicap spot for pickups. Again, that's only my opinion.
Motion to deny.
Seconded.
Is anyone opposed to denying it?
I have a question.
Yes.
My mother has the car, so when we do drive to bring to, of course they're married and together, they either have to park all the way across the street or all the way down the street. That's why he's also asking for the handicap parking, because of my mom, she has the car. And when on the days that she's working, I'm with the car and I have to bring them to appointments if they can't come and pick them up. So parking is difficult on the street because we don't have a driveway. So it'll be easier instead of having to walk with him all the way across the street with cars and then or either down the street where the park is at, because sometimes it's packed and I have to go all the way down King Philip Street just to walk all the way back up to Remington.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm going to sound cold. We had a family here whose mom had to go for, I think, blood transfusions. And it was a similar situation where she didn't drive, but she was getting picked up. And they wanted to have a handicap spot in front of their house to make it so that they could pick her up right in front of the house. The way that the city ordinance is written, it's not written for that. It's written for the driver to have a short, most of the time it's for a short walk to their house due to a physical, a walking handicap or so. For the comfort of the person picking them up, I mean, I would imagine there are occasions you're going to double park in front of the house.
Yeah.
That's probably what you do. You probably have never gotten a ticket for it, and Birch Street is wide enough. King Philip Street is wide enough. I don't see that becoming an issue if that's what you have to do. But for us to install handicap signs, we haven't done it in the past. We would have to stick with our past practices.
And not only that, you wouldn't be able to leave the car there. You would only be able to use that space to pick him up, to drop him off, and then you'd have to move the car because
So
you're
it's
not the
just-
one with the plaque card, he is.
Okay.
So it's a space that's going to be there where no one's going to utilize it.
Thank you.
So who's going to
Denied.
Who's going to deny it?
Huh?
Okay, is there a motion to deny this application?
Motion to deny. Second.
I heard Jose first. Anyone opposed to denying it?
I did. Jesus.
Okay.
The next two applications, they were no show for the last meeting.
Well, Harry Worsley, is he here again? Harry Worsley is here. We tabled the application because we put the ball in the landlord's court.
Right. And I talked to my landlord, she said, no one from here ever got in touch with her, and when I was here, they said the traffic department was gonna get in touch with her, and the building inspector was gonna get in touch with her. I spoke to her last Friday, no one's gotten in touch with her about anything.
I know you called me when you were at the meeting, so I'll let you check with him.
So we're gonna table it again.
What is it that we professionally know?
This is 99 Irving Street. It's a, how many apartments?
20.
20 apartment building, so it's a business. and the landlord has supplied this across the street from, I'm sorry, it's across the street from there, the parking. It looks like you could fit about 9 cars in the parking lot.
6 to 7 tops.
Okay.
But they're not allowing you to park there.
There's no, since I've lived in this apartment 16 years and in 17, 2 years. In the 18 years I've been there, she has never designated a parking place for
Okay,
anyone.
Glenn is
That's not
supposed to
nice.
get a hold of them, that they're supposed to have 1 handicap spot in the lot.
And I told her that, she said, I don't know where I'm gonna put it. She said, do you have a handicap
She's gonna
spot?
just, she's gonna have to take one of the spots and make it handicap.
Make it handicap, I understand that, but it's gonna be on a grade and it's across the street, so I don't know if that makes any difference.
Well, I would think that Glenn can stress to the landlord, you can't put a handicap spot on a grade.
No, she'll have to find the right space. She'll have to,
The
he'll
only
take
space
a,
I can think of that she can give me is, there's no parking allowed for any tenant. That's strictly for moving in and out, or if you have a lot of groceries, park there, bring them in, then move the carts, never meant for overnight. So I don't know where she's gonna
She's
put it.
tough, huh?
well, and the other thing too is, if she designates 1 spot in the parking lot, unfortunately, it's not for your personal use only, so you could get home one day
Right.
and another tenant
Handicap
could park
parking.
there
Yeah, I
too.
understand that.
Yes.
So we're dealing that as well.
The last time they also said, they couldn't see why, don't see why the city should pay to have one and service it when she has a parking lot across the street. There are 3 handicap spaces down the street from me. I have never seen the traffic department or anyone come there to service them in any way, so.
Well, we don't pay, it doesn't cost us. I mean, we put up the poles based on the Massachusetts law of how many feet.
Right.
Once the signs are up by Massachusetts law, anybody can use it.
No, I know that, but I
What do you
mean,
mean by service?
No, I
that's
mentioned
what
it
I
last
said.
time.
I said, what do you mean by service? No
Just the
one said-
fact that the landlord is running that property as a business.
Yeah.
So Mr. Worsley shouldn't be coming to the city for us to install
Yeah.
take city property and make that a handicap parking area, because his landlord should be supplying the parking area, not the city.
I understand that, and that's fine, but no one's got in touch with her from here or the
All right,
building
I'll make-
inspector either.
Yeah, I'll check with Glenn and.
So how do we handle this? Is this another table
It would have
for a
to.
We'll
third?
have to table it again so we can get in touch with that building inspector, okay?
We also have to make a decision that, I mean, she can refuse, and then we can go further and get a hold of the medical affairs in Boston, and then they will deal with her, and if she's gonna pay a fine, and then she'll pay a fine.
Yeah.
So it
It's a
could take,
business,
could take a
so
while.
she should,
She lives in Westport.
Well, if no one has spoken to her, let's
She
see where
lives in
that goes
Westport.
first,
Yeah.
instead of worrying about whether or
Okay.
not she
Sorry to make
refuses to
you
do
come
it.
back, but we'll try to get it for July.
This will be 3
Okay.
times, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
well, she lives in Westport, obviously she,
Right, she lives on Donovan Avenue.
so it'd be
I don't
nice
even
if
know where
she
it is.
have a little more care for the people that.
It'd be nice if she came too.
Mr. Worsley, I have a question for you.
Okay,
In the picture, staring at the building,
right,
the driveway directly to the left next to the mailbox,
right.
it seems like it goes from the curb almost to the building,
Right,
and it's pretty wide.
right.
Wide enough for 2 cars.
I agree,
Okay.
but I
And
never-
she's not allowing anyone to park in there.
No, and she just put, in fact, there's a sign on the mailbox that says, owners will be, cars will be towed at the owner's expense, and you can pick your car up. She sent the letters all around to all the tenants. At the number below, and the number below is the Florida Police Department.
Huh?
There's
Yeah.
actually
Well, why
a
can't you
door
park,
right
why
there
won't
for
you allow
people
anyone to
walking
park in there?
It's, since she's owned the building, she's never allowed anyone to park there. No one
Is
ever,
there anything going on there?
no, and I'm the only handicapped person in the building. But she told me once, she goes, Harry, I can't let you park there, so I'm gonna hear it from all the other tenants. I've never allowed anybody, and I can't make exceptions. She tells me I'm her favorite tenant, but I'm not getting a parking place, that's it.
That may change.
I would love it to be that, oh boy, that would be great. If it was one of those 2 spaces, that would be awesome.
Well, if I owned the property, I would make sure you had a space.
No, it's better than crossing the street and parking on a
Right
grade,
there,
you know?
Okay.
Where in that building do you live, sir?
I live on the 2nd floor, all the way to the back, apartment
In the rear of the
13.
back building?
Yep.
Is there parking in the back door? No.
No,
Well,
No, it's two other
We
properties.
don't know how she's gonna.
We have to write a letter, have her show up.
Or just talk to her.
Why?
Yeah, we could do
Why not
that,
do it
we could
first?
do that too, but
That's it?
let me have Glenn speak to her and then we'll take it from there. And if we have to invite her to the
We'll
meeting,
table
we
till
can.
next month.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
no, no problem.
Sorry.
Thank you for being honest.
No, it's no problem.
Thank you.
Okay, a motion to table?
Yep, motion to table.
Seconded.
Anyone opposed to table yet? Motion to table carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Maria de Pedra, 19 Garfield Street. Finally, I don't have to be a bad guy on this one. I went by, there is no off-street parking, no driveway. I do not see any issue with approving this one. And there's room right in front of the house.
Motion to accept.
Seconded.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the motion to approve carries.
You're good, ma'am.
You're not
Yes.
the bad guy, you're just
Not a bad guy.
doing what is right.
Well, I know, I gotta be cold sometimes.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Literally, I have to be cold sometimes.
What's good for one is good for us, we have to do the right thing.
Yeah, I know, you feel badly for some.
We do, well,
Okay, do we have any other business to discuss? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Seconded.
Anyone opposed to adjourning? That motion carries.
Right.